So when it comes to talking to unbelievers, especially, people who are a little bit skeptical and hostile toward God and the Bible, I really like what Frank Turek does. He always says, if I could prove this true without a shadow of a doubt, would you follow God? Would you submit your life to Jesus? And the majority answer, if people honest, is no. I found this to be very true as well. When it comes down to it, we as Christians cannot argue somebody or convince somebody of the truth. And we see this time and time again in Scripture. People saw miraculous things. People saw Jesus risen from the dead, still rejected. So it shows that evidence is not the thing that causes somebody to believe or follow. The real reasons that people usually don't follow God is there's usually a disagreement that says, hey, I don't like the way God does things, or I think this about God. God's evil. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. Well, I'm a human being. And if God created the universe, there might be some things about how he operates that I just don't fully understand. And I don't think it's a cop-out to say that. I think that's just logical. So there's no amount of arguing or convincing somebody intellectually, to follow God. That's just not a thing. Now, I do like to provide clarity on things that, again, I think other people have questions on as well, which is why I respond to comments. But ultimately, I know I could never convince somebody to follow God. And the thing I tell Christians is when I try to respond to people, I try to be as gentle and respectful as I can. Of course, the truth can be offensive, especially to our pride. But calling people names, that's just not what we should do as Christians. Saying, oh, you're stupid, or you should just read the Bible. That's not a good way to respond either. We want to be gentle. We want to be respectful. And remember that, hey, God had patience on us as Christians when we were his enemies.